Thank you so much for that, Jacqueline. Ice jams at this time of year, yes, top of mind for many areas of the country. And we are going to be looking at some wet weather of our own. I'll give you the forecast details in a moment. But Earth Action Week continues here on the Weather Network until tomorrow with great reports. And speaking of green living and eco living, here's Kevin.
Back to the studio.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, how about winter living? That's the case in northwestern Ontario. Already 15 centimeters of snow in Thunder Bay, and it continues to snow. However, in the south, we do have rainfall. This will result in rain, and stateside a little bit more than what we are expecting. We'll see a range in the GTA of between 10 and 15 millimeters of rain before it all moves away. 7-day forecast keeps us in some cooler temperatures, although it does get much brighter by the end of the weekend. Some great kids there for sure. Let's take a look at what's happening with our weather. We have rainfall today. Hope you have your rain boots and raincoats ready because we are going to be expecting between 10 and 15 millimeters of rain. The short-term forecast and long-term, for that matter, medium-term forecast is around, but 10 to 15 millimeters of rain. Stateside, we would see slightly more than that, but again, it's a pretty moisture-laden system. Even North Bay is largely in rain, but Sudbury and Sault Ste. Marie, that's where we really begin to get into some mixing. So if your travel plans will be on a Friday, maybe heading north, you're going to run into some wintry weather. North Bay is staying in rain. Thunder Bay has seen over 15 centimeters of snow, and it continues to snow. Toronto 7-day forecast, scattered showers on Saturday, rain returns. There's the unsettled weather I was mentioning, so we're watching closely. Another low pressure system coming our way toward the Great Lakes by next week. And then back into Hamilton, 10 degrees. Thank you so much, Mark, for that great retrospective there on your experience over the last decade of storm chasing. Let's go to Kevin Forget in Barrie for some ideas on what we can do this weekend. So no reason to not get out there and have something to occupy your time this weekend. Thank you so much for that, Kevin. Let's take a look at our short-term forecast. For planning your day ahead, expect rainfall. And we are going to be seeing between, say, 10 and 15 millimeters of rain. This has been snow largely in the northwest, so winter weather is hanging on across the province, but well to the north. The mixing line goes down towards Sault Ste. Marie and Sudbury eventually, but it looks like North Bay, Ottawa, Montreal, all of southern Ontario staying in the form of rainfall with this. 10 to 15 millimeters of rain, stateside a tad more. As you head further north toward Wyerton and Owen Sound, you get a little bit less rainfall. Thank you so much for that, Chris. We're going to take a look at our forecast, of course, with rain in the forecast. It's going to help green everything up around us, right? Like the grass, and get our plants to get some growth going. But speaking of green, let's go over to Kevin at the Direct Energy Center. That sounds interesting. Thanks so much, Kevin. Well, let's take a look at our forecast. Speaking of water and rain, yes, we do have some in our forecast today. Tomorrow morning, starting off with some isolated showers, and temperatures definitely cool, but warm enough to see rain in the south. Where that mixing line exists is from Sudbury back into Sault Ste. Marie. We've been getting snow in Thunder Bay today, already over 15 centimeters of snow. So there goes the low pressure system, all staying as rain for us in the south. There's also another low pressure system in our long range forecast that will bring us more wet weather as well by about Tuesday, Wednesday next week. What we're looking at here, 10 to 15 millimeters of rain. Considering the situation around Peterborough, this will not bode well, of course, for the flood situation there. Stateside a little bit higher in terms of the totals. But looking at our 7-day forecast, clear conditions for the most part. Isolated showers on Saturday, not a big deal. Sunday, bright and sunny, 10 degrees, not bad. Temperatures below average. There's the rainfall for Tuesday and Wednesday. We're going to have a great report from Kim McDonald coming up in just a few minutes' time on the shoreline cleanup as our Earth Action Week continues. It's amazing what we can all accomplish if we all just work together. Thank you so much, Kim, for that. Let's take a look at our conditions with regard to our rainfall. Speaking of rainfall, you might be wanting to harvest that rain. Here's Kasia in Guelph. All that we will be seeing, 10 to 15 millimeters of rain stateside, a tad more than that. And not looking at any thunderstorm risk necessarily, up toward North Bay staying in rain. But where things really begin to change is Sudbury, Sault Ste. Marie. So if your travel plans take you to the northeast, northwest, then you're running into some winter precipitation. We've already had lots of snow in Thunder Bay. 7-day forecast for Toronto, though, we're staying in the form of rainfall. No snow here, but we do see a low pressure system Tuesday and Wednesday that will likely bring us more wet weather. We have more Earth Action Week continuing on the Weather Network.